Mary went downstairs and wandered through the empty gardens. Many of the fruit and vegetables gardens had walls round them, but there was no locked doors. She saw an old man digging up from vegetable gardens, but he looked cross, unfriendly, and so she saw walk on. How ugly it looks in winter, she thought, but what a mystery little garden his. Why did my uncle bury the bouquet? If he loved his wife, why did he hate her garden? Perhaps I'll never know. I don't suppose I like him if I ever met him. And he won't like me, so I won't be able to ask him. Just then they noticed the robin singing for him from a tree of the other side of a wall. I picked down trees on the secret garden, she told herself. There's an extra wall here, and there's no way in. She went back to the work garden and was digging, and spoke to him, and first answered by very bad-tempered way, but suddenly the robin flew down near them, and the old man began to smile. He looked a different person then, and Mary thought how much nice people like it when they smile. The gardener spoke gently. Just then she had noticed Rabbit to the robin, and he and the pretty little bit house on the ground near them. He's my friend, he is, said the old man. There aren't my other robins in the garden, so he's a bit lonely. He spoke a strong Yorkshire dialect, and so Mary had to listen carefully to understand him. He looked very hard, and I am lonely too. I haven't got any friends, said Mary. Yorkshire people always say why, what they are thinking, and old Ben was Yorkshire Mormon. We're all alike, you're and Mel, he told Mary. We're not pretty to look and we're both very disagreeable. Nobody have never said to Ghost Mary before. I'm a really ugly and disagreeable husband, she wondered. Suddenly the robin flew the tree near Mary and started singing to her. Ben laughed loudly. Well, he said, he wants to be your friend. Oh, would you please be my friend? She whispered to the robin. She spoke in the soft, quiet voice, and old Ben looked at her in surprise. You should say it really nicely, she said. You sound like Deacon. Asked Mary, but just as they flew away. Oh, look, she flew in the garden with an oar. Please, Ben, why can't get so into in? Ben stopped, smiling at Pickett. It's a spade. You can, and that's that. It's not your business. Nobody can find the door. Run away, Hipple, will you? I must get more to the work. And he walked away. He did not even say goodbye. In the next few days, Mary spent almost her time in the garden. The fresh air in the moon made her hungry, and she was becoming stronger and healthy. One day she noticed the rabbit again. She was atop of all, singing to her, Good morning! Isn't this... I know the secret gardens on the other side of this wall, she thought excitedly, and the robin lives here. But where's the door? That same she asked Martha to stay and talk to her beside after supper. They could hear the wind blowing round the whole house, but the room was warm and comfortable. Mary only had one idea in her head. Tell me about the secret garden, she said. Well, all right then, miss. But we aren't supposed to talk about, It was Mary Craven's favorite garden, and she, as a Mrs. Cravens, used to take care of themselves. They spent hours there, reading and talking. Very happy they were. They used the branch, all three are set, but one day when she was sitting on the branch, it broke, and she fell. She was very badly, and the next day she died. The next day, it was very rainy, so Mary did not go out. Instead, she decided to wander around the house, looking into some of the hundreds that Mr. Medlock had told her about. She spent all morning going to the out of the dark, silent rooms, which were full of heavy furniture and old pictures. She saw no servants at all, and was of her very black to her room for lunch. When she heard her cry, "It's a bit like the cry that I heard last night," she told John. Just then the housekeeper, Mrs. Medlock, appeared with her case in her hand. "What are you doing here?" she asked crossly. "I didn't know which way to go, and I heard someone crying," answered Mary. "You didn't hear anything. Go back to the room now, and if you don't stay there, I'll lock you in." Mary heard Mr. Medlock for this. "There was someone crying. I know there was," she said to herself, "but I'll discover who it's on." She was almost beginning to enchant herself in Yorkshire.